Hello dear children. Today let's discuss the simplest form of a fraction. A fraction is said to be in its simplest form if the HCF of its numerator and its denominator is 1.
To convert 2/4 to simplest form, write out all the factors of 2 and 4. The greatest common factor is 2, so divide them both by 2. 2/4 equals 1/2, and here's what we do.
To convert
To the simplest form, we gotta find the greatest common factor.
Then take
that numerator and denominator and divide them by that common factor.
You all know how to find the HCF of the given two numbers. Let's check this fraction is in its simplest form or not. Factors of 21 are 1, 3, 7 and 21. Factors of 40 are 1, 2, 5, 8, 20 and 40. What are the common factors here? Only 1. Yes, so the highest common factor is also 1. If the HCF of the numerator and the denominator is 1, this fraction is in its simplest form. So 21 by 40 is in its simplest form. Let's take one more example. 24 by 35. So what is the HCF of 24 and 35? Instead of writing all the factors and finding out the common factor and highest common factor, let's find out the HCF directly. I have found the HCF of 24 and 35 using the long division method here. What is the HCF here? It is 1. If the HCF of the numerator and the denominator is 1, this fraction is in its simplest form. So 24 by 35 is in its simplest form. So what should we do? We have to find out the HCF of the numerator and the denominator first. If the HCF is 1, the given fraction is in its simplest form. Let's find out the HCF of 15 and 20 quickly. 15, 20, only once, 15, 5, 15, 3 times, 15, 0. What is the HCF? Here the HCF is 5. HCF is not 1. So this fraction is not in its simplest form. Okay? Did you all understand how to check whether the given fraction is in its simplest form or not? First, we have to find out the HCF of the numerator and the denominator. If the HCF is 1, the given fraction is in its simplest form. Otherwise, it's not. If you have understood, give me a thumbs up. Good job. Now let's discuss how to reduce the given fraction to its simplest form. Let's take an example. The given fraction is 9 by 27 here. So we have to reduce this fraction into its simplest form. So the same procedure we have to do. First we have to find out the HCF of 9 and 27. Do you all know what is the HCF of 9 and 27? Yes, it is 9 because 27 is a multiple of 9. If you don't know to think like that, we can write and find out also. 9, 27, 3 times 27, 0. So 9 is the HCF. Okay. So with this HCF, we have to divide the numerator and the denominator. 9 divided by 9 by 27 divided by 9. Okay. So the answer is 9 divided by 9 is 1 and 27 divided by 9 is 3. So your answer is 1 by 3. We are dividing both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. That means we are getting an equivalent fraction. Equivalent fractions you have learnt in the previous class, right? So here we can write the answer as 9 by 27 is equal to 1 by 3. Let's take one more example. Here the given fraction is 16 by 24. So the first step is finding their HCF. HCF of the numerator and the denominator. So HCF of 16 and 24 I have written here. We got HCF is 8. So now what should we do? We have to divide the numerator and the denominator by this HCF. So 16 divided by 8 is 2, 24 divided by 8 is 3, and so your simplest form is 2 by 3. I told you when we divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number, we are getting an equivalent fraction. So we can write it like this: 16 by 24 is equal to 2 by 3. We can solve the same problem using one more method, which is called cut short method. So here 16 by 24 is the given fraction. We can divide both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So what is the common factor here? It is 2. So how do we write this? 16 by 24. We are cutting this by 2. So we'll get here 8 and here 12. So we got a new fraction here, which is 8 by 12. Do we have any common factor here? 8 and 12? Yes, again 2 is a common factor here. So this we can make it 4 and 6. So we got another fraction here, 4 by 6. So any common factor is there for 4 and 6? Yes, it is 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our answer is 2 by 3. Do we have any common factor there? 2 and 3? The only common factor is 1. So 2 by 3 is the simplest form of 16 by 24. Like this you can reduce the numerator and denominator also. This is another method to find the simplest form. If the numerator and the denominator are bigger numbers like 126 by 540 or something like that, you might take a lot of time to find the simplest form in this method. Instead of dividing them many times by their common factors, you can divide both the numerator and the denominator by their HCF once. It's always better to find their HCF first and then divide. In class 4, you have learned how to compare the fractions with the same denominator and how to compare the fractions with same numerator. Here we have two fractions, 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. Here you can see these two figures and it's very easy to identify which one is bigger. Yes, 3 by 4 is bigger. So here the denominator is 4 and even here the denominator is 4. So if we have two fractions with the same denominator, which fraction has the bigger numerator? That fraction is bigger. So here 3 or 1, which is bigger? 3 is bigger. So 3 by 4 is the bigger fraction. So how can we write that? Answer: 3 by 4 is greater than 1 by 4. Let's take one more example. Here we have 5 fractions with the same denominator. So how can we compare them? Yes, the fraction with the biggest numerator is the biggest fraction. So here, which is the biggest numerator? It is 10 by 11. So 10 by 11 is the biggest fraction. So which is the smallest fraction here? 3 by 11. Right. We have to write these fractions in ascending order. So how do we write in ascending order? We should write the smallest number first. So our answer is 3 by 11 is smaller than 6 by 11 is smaller than 7 by 11 smaller than 9 by 11 and it is smaller than 10 by 11. So this is how we compare the fractions with the same denominator. Now let's check how do we compare the fractions with the same numerator but different denominator. So here the fraction is 1 by 3 and here the fraction is 1 by 5. So from these figures it's very easy to identify which is bigger. Yes, 1 by 3 is bigger. Don't just look at these denominators and say 1 by 5 is bigger. Look at the size of the piece. Imagine you have a cake of this shape and you have cut it into 3 equal parts. Here the same cake you have cut it into 5 equal parts and you are getting one piece. So if you are getting one piece out of these 3 pieces, will that be bigger than one piece out of these 5 pieces? Yes, the fraction which has the bigger denominator is the smaller fraction and the fraction which has the smaller denominator is the bigger fraction. 1 by 3 is bigger than 1 by 5. So let's write our answer. 1 by 3 is greater than 1 by 5. So let's arrange these fractions in descending order. That means we have to write the biggest fraction first. Okay, now you tell me which is the biggest fraction here. Let's check the denominators first. The fraction which has the smallest denominator will be the biggest fraction. So let's check the smallest denominator. Yes, it's here. So our answer is 3 by 5 is greater than 3 by 7 greater than 3 by 8 which is greater than 3 by 11 which is greater than 3 by 14. Hope you all have understood how to check the given fraction is in its simplest form or not and how to reduce the given fraction to its simplest form. How to compare the fractions with the same denominator but different numerators. How to compare the fractions which have the same numerator but different denominators. See you all soon with another video. Take care. Bye bye.